Well, what about cleaning? Where does that fit in?
Cleaning is very important. So that's definitely where it's worth investing in what we call a detailer. If you think about washing your own car at home versus going to a professional auto detailer, if you have a professional come in who will really, really scrub every corner, get the grime off, when usually all of us sort of develop at least some level of blindness to our own home,
Mm-hmm.
And so having a professional come in and really just go to town, that makes a big difference, and it's kind of like repainting. That hand in hand with repainting will make a space feel very fresh, and that's super appealing to buyers and does get you more money.
So let me jump on something Lehua said. Really important that you brought this up. We become unaware of how we live, the smells in our house. And I'm telling you, smells have a huge impact.
They do. They do.
And if you're a doggy person, you probably love doggy smell. But most people don't like doggy smell, and most people don't like other people's dogs' doggy smell.
Right.
And if you have indoor dogs, you may not be aware that when someone walks in your house, you could have the most beautiful house, or cats. No, leave the cats alone. I'm a cat guy. But you could have the most beautiful house on earth. It could photograph beautifully, and someone walks in the front door. And if a pet odor hits them, and it doesn't have to be, what we usually call pet odors. It could just, dogs have smells, cats have smells.
Even people have smells.
Hamsters have smells, right?
Yes.
So bringing in a detailed cleaner, and just so you know, we have them too. We get 2 bids minimum, and it's money super well spent because they will take the edge off the property and look at all the little niches and areas that need cleaning. We had one. Do you remember the one? Were you on 9th Avenue with me?
Yes.
With the rats?
Yes.
So,
oh my gosh.
So we funny story. Yeah. We brought this house on. We're bringing it on the market.
That poor cleaner.
Yeah, he complained.
Yeah.
I mean, it was bad.
It was really bad.
And he said, did you realize that the cabinets were full of rat droppings?
Yeah.
And I said, I didn't. He goes, this is really a tough job. And I said, that's why we hired you. And he had a mask on. But here's what happened. When you walked in that house, and the only thing we did in that house was clean it.
Deep clean
it. I mean, Clorox in the cabinets. But we deep cleaned that house, and when you walked in, you went from going, oh my God, what is that? And ooh, to you walked in, and it was still rough, but wow, it was clean. The windows were clean.
It became tolerable, and it became non-offensive, right? That's kind of what you want to. What we should, at the very least, right? You don't want someone to walk in and not be able to focus on the house because of details like that.
Correct. So really, the cosmetic items, to me, are things that on a normal house are probably going to cost less than $5,000. Interior paint. You might do some floor covering. You might not. But the deep cleaning, depending on how big the house is typically $750 to $1,000. I've seen it as much as $2,500 on really big houses. Really big or really gross. Right. But you want to get that off. But